Hey NABUers, this is by far the least professional edited video I've ever done, and lack of edit entirely. But I just wanted to show you that NADOOM has multiple colors, it has a moving floor, and it has a little different of a map, which actually makes it a little easier to navigate around. But pretty wild, eh? That's so Canadian for me to say, eh? You can see the shading now, a little bit easier to understand the depth while you're moving around. So it's becoming more of a 3D game. I know the last version I did when I did the actual video explaining how it works, I didn't really go into too much, I guess, resolution detail. I just kind of got it working and was like proud of my achievement. And now I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if I can make it a little bit better. So the outside walls I set up to be white. So there's 3 different color walls right now for the tiles. I can make a lot more, and as I move forward I will, because I have an idea of what I'm gonna do with this. I really like the floor. The fact that the floor moves now really helps. I was thinking of putting stars or something in the sky to get that same effect. I think that might help a lot. Just to be able to give you the impression that you're moving, and rather than just having the walls move in front of you. Although I just noticed something, if I'm stuck against an object, like let's say I try to back into this wall here. There we go. So I'm hitting this wall in the map, but the floor is still moving. So I think if I'm hitting an object, I don't think the floor should be moving anymore, because it looks like I'm on a treadmill. That's something I'm gonna have to take a look at. I'm really proud of the shading. I took a really long time to get the shading right. In fact, I was all over using ChatGPT to copy tiles that I created. So you can see here's my tile editor. Not my tile editor that I'm using. These are my tiles. And what you can see here is, I guess it's easier if I just use the mouse cursor. So I wanted to make sure that I was dithering the 3 colors that we have for red, and the 3 colors we have for green, and the 2 colors we have for black and gray. And I wanted to dither those correctly, but I wanted to make sure that my eyes were seeing the brightness the same way that you'd be seeing the brightness. And I ran that through ChatGPT. I asked it, I said, I'm making a game using the TMS 99. And it was like, that's interesting, I'm impressed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm using ray casting like Wolfenstein. And it's like, whoa, wicked, how'd you manage that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not why I'm asking you. So I actually pasted in the walls and the colors, and I was hoping it could generate the colors for me. I thought that would be really wild, but it was like, your approach of doing depth is great, and for patterns and colors, blah, blah, blah. So it didn't give me the answers, it didn't give me the solution. So then I said, can you generate an image of what you're talking about? And this is what it gave me, which is well beyond the graphic capabilities of the TMS 9918. You can see here that I pasted in a screenshot of the tiles, and then I asked GPT. It's such a tongue twister. Oh, good thing we're gonna have AI to speak for me soon. I just said, sort these, okay? I'm making a thing, and it said, okay. And it said that they're already arranged. And I was surprised. I was like, are you sure? Like, it looks like the first one and the third one are reversed. And it said, no, no, no. And it showed me what the brightness values for each one was. And what the great thing about it, which I was actually really impressed with, is it gave me the code that it ran to do so. So it sorted, okay, so this is just sorting an array that it's already calculated. Let's take a look at the first bit of code here. Here we go. Boom. So it took the image that I had sent it, and it imported it, like opened it, and then it split it into 8, which is what I said it was. And then it grabbed the mean of brightness of each square, and then it sorted it. So I was actually pretty impressed that it did all that. And there you go, ChatGPT sorted my tiles. And from my last video, you'll remember that I showed what the map looked like, and you can see, I don't know, I keep using my finger when I have a mouse cursor. There we go. I'm just not used to showing you stuff on my laptop. I'm usually sitting at a table or a desk with a real monitor, so I apologize. But anyway, you can see here that I have, so dots. You don't have to use dots for the floor. You can use anything you want. You can use spaces. It just helps you understand what the map actually is going to look like. And then I use pound signs for the walls, so those are white. Asterisks, I believe, are green, and dollar signs are red. So I think it's pretty wild that it renders the map with the colors as well for each wall. I apologize for the brightness issue here using my phone. I'm not in a very well lit room, so kind of chilling out today with my laptop, and just, I was working on something else, and then all of a sudden I thought to myself, you know what? I feel that I can make NADOOM better. And I think I did. I think you're gonna have to let me know in the comments what you think. But isn't it a huge improvement? Especially with that moving floor, and the different colors. Look at that. It's just wonderful, especially the shading. Look at the shading, that's great. That's gradient. Dad joke. Another thing I added too, when you are in the help by hitting H, you can actually see the values for your FOV, for your speed, your depth, etc. So for example, if I wanted to change my FOV with 1 and 2, you can see the value change in real time, and you can see the actual view changing as well. And see with the speed, and then also my depth, which isn't going to do a lot, the depth, because I actually did a calculation to make the depth calculated a little bit better, so that you don't actually really have to set it. Setting it, it will actually allow you to have more depth. It's just, the gradient is going to be calculated no matter what. Before my previous version, as you saw when I was playing with the depth, the gradient was being affected. So now I just take the number of tiles that I have for gradients, and I divide it so that I always have a scaled depth. I bet you guys are pretty excited to play this. I know everyone's eager. I will release it shortly. I'm not sure when yet. I have a few more things I want to do to it. And I have something else that I've been working on too that I'm excited to show you. And probably another week or so. Okay, I will talk to you soon, NABUers. Take care and keep rocking your NABU. I don't really have a good exit tagline, so it's always going to be different. Anyway, bye-bye.